Hey you guys, welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make something super simple, pickled cucumbers. Everybody likes pickled cucumbers. I shouldn't say everybody, but I like pickled cucumbers and a lot of people do. So why not make them at home? It's super simple to make and it's something I think you're going to like the quality of what you get yourself versus having somebody else make it. And you don't have to make it super complicated. So these are some really beautiful little what we call Persian cucumbers. They call them mini cucumbers, whatever you want to call them. But they're basically like a baby English cucumber. It has a more delicate skin. So we're gonna use that in this particular recipe. So what I'm gonna do is probably just cut the ends of these off on one side. And then later I'm going to use my mandolin and show you guys how we treat that. But let's do this first. Let's make the marinade. So the marinade is basically just white vinegar. So I've got some white vinegar, but what I want to start with though first is let's start with the sugar. So we've got a half a cup of sugar here. Seems like a lot of sugar. Actually, it is a lot of sugar. Let me see. There's a cup measure here. And I want to do a half a cup of sugar. And I just go by the recipe on this. It works out really well. Okay. So you do half a cup of sugar. And then you're going to do 2 tablespoons of salt. Now on this, I won't use my pink salt. I'm actually going to use my kosher salt. Just 2 spoons of that. Okay. 2 tablespoons. Now, we want this to kind of, we want it to dissolve a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few cloves. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cloves, okay? And then bay leaf. Okay, I'll just put 2 bay leaves in there, should be good. And then peppercorns. I do a whole tablespoon of peppercorns. So these are mixed. So there's green in there. There's red peppercorns in there. You guys can use whatever you want. You can use black peppercorns. That's fine. So you can see now I've got this mixture: the bay leaf, sugar, salt, clove in there, and that's going to be my pickling spice. There's other pickling spices you could add in there, but these are the basics that work out really well. With that, I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of boiling water. So I have some hot water for my tea, and I'm going to put that now with this. This is probably just a 1/4 cup. And I put that in here with the hot water from my tea maker with this because I want to dissolve the sugar and salt, right? It doesn't, you don't have to have hot marinade for this, but it's really just to mix this and get it so the sugar and salt dissolve. And there you go. Now I have more of a liquid, right? Because there is so much sugar in there. And then with that, I want to put 1 cup of vinegar. So I'm using an nice apple cider vinegar. It's my favorite to use. Okay. And I add that in. Now, if I would have put that in originally cold, it wouldn't have dissolved on my mixture really nice. And that's what I really wanted to do. So with this, I'm going to taste it with my measuring spoon. That's perfect. It's perfect. So you guys just follow that recipe, and I think you're going to have a very successful pickling on there. There's a little bit of this didn't get dissolved yet, but it will. So when you put that hot water in, really stir it up. I love it. So that's it right there. You got this beautiful pickling liquid. Now we're going to take our bowl and we're going to take our cucumbers. Now this is a mandolin. These Japanese mandolins are awesome for, slicing and dicing things, and they're going to work really uniform, and that's what you're looking for in this, because you don't want one thin, one thick. So if you do them by hand, it's a lot harder to get them all perfect. Then you're gonna hit it once and just see, like this on the bottom adjust it. The reason I buy these over those really expensive metal ones is that this costs about 25 bucks. I'll get you guys a link for it on my video here. And you can buy this online, and it works great. You don't have to worry about sharpening the blade. Don't put it in the dishwasher. Just when it's dirty, just rinse it off really quick with clean hot water, and then just let it air dry. Okay, don't put it in the dishwasher. It's gonna dull it, and it'll be terrible in like a month. All right. Otherwise, this will last for a year or two, no problem. And then when you're ready, you throw it away and you get another one. Okay. You get those metal ones, and then if you dull the blade by doing something silly to it, then you're gonna have to go and get it professionally sharpened and all of that. So this, I see my little cucumbers here, and these are really going to be cute for doing specialty dishes and kind of fun stuff with. I'm gonna leave it like that. So I just want to slice these. Now, when you get to the end where you see your fingers getting close, you just always want to just be very, very careful. Don't watch the TV in the kitchen that you have while you're doing it at the same time. Because you're going to take a little fingertip off. So pickled fingertip is not as good. I'm going to go ahead and just do the rest of these while you guys hang out. Okay, we're done. So once you're done, you can see what these look like. They're beautiful, perfect circles, right? And at this point, you can put them right in here. Now, one of the things I wanted to tell you with pickling cucumbers, if you're pickling a bigger, like a more tough cucumber, English cucumbers are really nice too. But if you're pickling something that you want it to pickle faster as well, you could take these raw cucumbers, season them with a little salt, and let them toss them in the bowl with a little salt, and let them sit for like an hour at room temperature. And what will happen is the salt will draw the water out, start drawing the water out, and it'll soften the cucumbers. Then go rinse the cucumbers of all that salt, and then drain them of all the water, and then add them to this, and that'll be a much faster pickling process. But you can see with this, still pretty quick, and these will be ready in a couple days, especially these little ones like this. They're going to be ready quickly. And don't worry about, like, right now they're like kind of sitting up out of the marinade a little bit. That's okay, because as soon as they start pickling and softening, then they're going to go down in there. So I just close out of my jar, and then that's it. And another half day, keep shaking this. Another half day, these are going to, like, all the salt in there is going to cure these cucumbers, and they're going to settle down. They'll be beneath the juice. Actually, the juice will fill up in here because the water from the cucumber will come out. So that's it. Beautiful baby pickled cucumbers. We did that in seconds. You guys should be doing it at home. Get it, put it in your fridge, and then you'll have that for a month, okay, or more. So I hope you enjoyed the recipes. Give me a thumbs up, okay, and click that channel and ring that bell, and we'll let you know all the cool new things we have coming up. I'm Chef Dean Max.